Hi friends, it's Lisa Hetrick, illustrator for Gina K Designs, and I'm so grateful you could join me today. I have a clean and simple happy hello card for you today, and it's kind of this card with a twist. I am going to change up some colors a little bit and have some fun with my Just a Little stamp set, but I really want to focus on the horizontal background stamp and share some fun things that you can do with it to create some really fun pattern backgrounds. And I'm going to be using some of the other elements from the stamp set. Okay, so I've got several layers of Gina K Designs cardstock, which I love, and this is a standard A2 size card, and I'll have all the measurements and the listing of the cardstocks in the notes for you. But I don't do a lot of layered cards, so this one's gonna be fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Here are the inks that I'm going to be using. Wild Dandelion, a little bit obsessed. Passionate Pink, always Passionate Pink. Sweet Mango, nope, I was wrong. Tangerine Twist. It's always either Tangerine Twist or Sweet Mango, isn't it? Okay, Jelly Bean Green. I'm using Jelly Bean Green, and I have Turquoise Sea, which I love, and of course the amalgam ink. And I'm also using the Gina K Designs Connect glue. You can see I'm dancing around with this. I'm going to put the whole card together with that glue. It's going to be fun. And I am going to use the Uniball Signo pen, and I'm so excited because I just got this one. I have been on the look for it for so long, and I finally got it. The unicorn of white gel pens. The ones that I had run out of ink, and I'm so excited I finally got it back. Okay, got my tidy towel here, some scissors, and I'm also going to be using some Nouveau drops because I don't use a lot of embellishments in my cards, but I am going to use some Nouveau drops. Okay, so we're going to start out with the horizontal background stamp from the Just a Little stamp set. I'm inking it up with the Jelly Bean Green, and we're going to do a horizontal stamping of this and a vertical stamping of this stamp in two different colors. And this time is a little bit different than the card that I shared at the beginning because I've inked this up and I've got a really nice layer of color on here, but I'm not going to mist it in any way. I'm just going to stamp it down. And what I wanted to share is that in the stamp, I kind of have built in a little bit of distress is part of the design. So when I stamp with the stamp set, if I want to really get a smoothie look and feel, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of water. But when I just use the dye-based inks and I stamp it down, I'm getting a little bit of a mottled like impression. And it's going to be cool because I want to do some polka dots with the white unicorn pen. So it's going to be fun. Okay, so I used Jelly Bean Green, and it's a really nice matchup and a nice contrast for that cardstock base that I'm going to be using. And now I've got the Turquoise Sea, which is a little bit more of an intense color, and I'm going to go horizontally with this color, and I'm going to show you where the two colors mix, how we get that nice transparency of color, and we get that like a whole nother color gets created, and I really like it. So you can see here as I stamp it down, I'm going to get this really cool background that's going to be the base for the embellishments that I'm going to nest on top of it. So Turquoise Sea, Jelly Bean Green, take a look at where the two meet. It gives you this really neat color. Now, over time, even throughout this video, the colors are going to settle into the paper a little bit, and they're going to change. They're going to become a little bit smoother, but they're going to settle in. But I'm going to digress a little bit because I got really excited. I'm going to nerd out a little bit because right there in the center of the design, you can see me cutting it out. You've got this perfect tartan plaid-like square. So I completely nerded out and just kind of went off board here a little bit of a stamp tangent, but I really wanted to show you how you could use that background stamp to create patterns, to create like a quilted tartan pattern. Okay, Sorry about that. Back to the design. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that piece of cardstock and just kind of set it to the side because we're going to work on the embellishments right now. I've got the small succulent piece from the Just a Little stamp set, and I'm going to be inking it up in all 3 of the colors. I'm going to use Jelly Bean Green, Wild Dandelion, and Passionate Pink. And you notice that I'm not cleaning the stamp in between, and that's okay. It's not contaminating the stamp. It's really using up all the color, and it's kind of get a little bit of a variegated effect, but not much. So now I'll go ahead and clean the stamp as I'm going to move on to the butterfly. Okay, so you can see that the stamp isn't contaminated. The colors are pure and true. Okay, Passionate Pink, one of my favorite colors. I kind of use this in every video, don't I? All right, I've got this cute little butterfly that's part of the Just a Little stamp set. And I'm going to ink it up here in the Passionate Pink and just stamp it down on the Gina K white cardstock. And then, yes, I'm going to do it, folks. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut out all these pieces because I like to fussy cut. And they just make the perfect little embellishments. Aren't they cute? These 4 little embellished pieces. Okay, so now it's time. I'm going to assemble the card base to the green cardstock. I'm going to assemble this. I'm using the Connect glue. I haven't really used the Connect glue that much to do a whole entire card. So I'm really, really excited because I do love this glue. It doesn't warp the paper at all, and it gives me a little bit of time. You see me shimmying this paper a little bit. It gives me a little bit of time to adjust my mistakes with lining things up. So that's really exciting. And it's just a really good, good glue. It really just works so well. You can see it's not warping the paper. Okay, so I have the 3 succulent pieces here, and I'm just going to put a little dab of glue and just put them right down. And I'm using that center piece, that center line from the stamp, and I'm just going to go ahead and use that as kind of my eyeball measuring tool to put the embellishments on. So I'm going to put that center one right there, right smack dab in the center of that pattern where the 2 stamps are meeting. And then I'm going to nest the other 2 succulent pieces, one above, one below, and I'm just kind of turning them a little bit so that they nest into the bloom of each other. And this is just kind of fun. This is a really simple and easy way to use your stamps as your embellishments for your card projects. I'm really big on that. I believe when I create, I make sure that the stamps are kind of the star of the show, and I don't add a lot of height or extra weight to it. And look at that glue. Look how easily those pieces attach and they're not buckling the paper. Okay, so I am going to put a few small low profile pop squares on the back of this butterfly, and then I'm going to nest it right over top of that center succulent piece, the succulent flower. It's so pretty. And let that just kind of pop there and just be that really intense pop of color right there in the center. Just love that butterfly. I kind of have a thing for butterflies. I know I've shared that in some past videos. But yeah, I kind of have a thing for butterflies, and I really love this one. So bold and so graphic. So I've popped the Happy Hello sentiment from the Just a Little stamp set, and I'm using the lines from the stamp to just kind of line up, and it fits perfectly between those 2 outer lines. And I'm just inking it up with the amalgam ink. Really no need to get the Misty out here. Just gonna go free range, stamp it right on here, and just get it centered up there for that cute little Happy Hello. Okay, now it's time to take the whole piece, and I've put a little bit of Connect glue on the back of it, opened up my card so that I can put that whole entire layer, and love this glue because I've got an opportunity to shimmy it around if I need to. It's a really, really amazing glue that has not buckled the paper. It's sort of like a miracle. Super, super simple card, but just going to add a little bit of embellishment here with this Caribbean blue nouveau drops. And oh, that one just kind of popped out, didn't it? That's okay. It works. Just going to add a few little nouveau drops in between the lines and just kind of adding a little extra texture and dimension without adding weight to the card. This is such a super simple card. It can come together in like 10 minutes or less. And the really, really fun part about that background stamp is that you can do so many different things with it. I really love creating pieces that have lots of versatility. And that background stamp does. So I'm going to embellish the texture that's happening between the colors here, that there's a lot of that white that's shining through in the dye ink, and I'm just going to add to it by adding some just little dots with this unicorn, the unicorn Signo pen, even though it's the Uniball Signo. It's a unicorn pen. I just really like it. It's a smooth writing pen, and it works really well for techniques like this. It's been around a while, and know a lot of people love it, but I was really sad because, you know, my last one just ran out, and I was excited to get a new one. So I'm sharing my excitement with you today and sharing it in this project because I just think it adds a lot to the card. Just a few more little details here that just kind of help bring out the look of the white paper already that's happening in that design. And just really kind of loving the way this looks. And look, it's not a lot of height or extra added texture and dimension. And here's a final look at the card. I took it outside to put it with my begonias because of that beautiful pink color that's happening outside. It's sort of the end of the summer. I hope you enjoyed today's clean and simple tutorial video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.